Hey there everybody, it's Athropeterstan back with some more SevTech Ages. Almost no time has passed. I sat inside, I chopped some logs into planks, and then realized that I didn't make strainer bases before I entered the episode, so there was no point in spending a bunch of time off camera, because we need strainer bases. So we're going to knock this tree down together because it's fun. And we need lots of sticks, and it's a great big oak tree, and there's mobs down on the ground, so this is a very safe place for us to be and still be productive. Oh, unless we do that. Fortunately, that didn't hurt us. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna knock this tree down. I just kind of wanted to keep it real. Since we're not doing a bunch of time off camera, don't do a bunch of time off camera. If that makes sense, even though I'm about to do some time off camera. But this is less time? I don't know. We'll see. We'll just see. I don't know. I'll be right back. Well, it is morning, and I fell out of my tree just as I was about done up there, and a creeper blew up the world, which is a bummer because this is part of the world that I wanted to keep intact. So I'm going to have to kind of recreate it as best I can. I kind of want to leave that salt exposed, but I don't think I will. I'm going to guess it was something like that. Looks like it was more like that. Good enough. And I don't have any rush seeds. Can you place these things? Do they? No. I think I have some inside. Maybe. I might have thrown them out. I'll have to collect some. If you shear these things, then they grow back. So that's pretty powerful medicine. Alright, I think that's enough tree chopping for now. I got a bunch of wood while I was up there. Let's make some strainer bases. We need string. Now the good thing about the Mark II, I want to make, well, I think we can make 2 of them to begin with. But I want to make like 6 or 7. I made planks, and I really like the look of this olive wood. I think we'll make the hut out of it. Yeah, you can put stacks in here. It's still a little bit tedious because you have to click each individual item in, but it's still better overall. So that's pretty sexy. Oh, you know what we need? Fortunately, we have some oak logs, so that'll work. We need bark. Now we need our string. We have to craft spider webs. It's a caveman crafting spider webs, which doesn't sound like much until you understand that we, in our present day technology, cannot replicate spider web. Right? It makes a little more sense when you put it like that, right? Or a little less sense, I guess, if you want to think about it that way. Just like that, we are out of planks. Oh, I don't even think we can use these, can we? Maybe we can. We'll try it. I think they might have to be like one of the vanilla woods. Nope, I guess not. So this has to go in 2 deep water, like so. We need a few more planks. And then we need meshes, which I think to start out I'm going to make 2 of the coarse mesh. And this is why I spent all night beating a tree to death, beating on leaves, because we need so many sticks to craft all this stuff. Oh, that was wrong. The other thing that you can do with these is you can use them as storage, because you can't like shift click items into them, but you can drop items into them and they work like a hopper. So it gives you a full chest worth of inventory without the chest, because we can't actually make chests yet. You've seen the chests that we can make. They only hold 12 stacks, and you have to manually shift click everything into them. So that's going to start generating us some passive resources, and while we're waiting for that to happen, we're going to go get the stuff that we need to make more of them so we can generate more passive resources. And we're going to snowball just a little bit like that, as long as we can keep up with the string. So one of our next projects is going to be going and getting sheep. We just need kind of a place to put them. So let's think about building some kind of a pen. We can't make fences. So like a traditional paddock is kind of out. But we can maybe just like put them in a hole. I don't want to put a big hole in the ground over here. So maybe we just kind of come over here. And we dig ourselves a hole. A fairly good sized one so we can keep a fair few sheep inside of it. I think that there is a function on the work blade that is not that is definitely not the function that we were looking for. I think it makes ladders. Maybe it only does it in dirt. Oh, it makes stairs. And they actually stay stairs. It's a stairs block. No, I thought you could make stairs. I mean, ladders somehow. Maybe it's not on. Maybe it has to be on a different block, like stone or something. Anyway, thought that was a thing. I thought maybe we could do something clever where we could actually get out of this pit. I guess what we'll do for now is we'll just put a block here And that will allow us to jump out, but not sheep. Now we need to go collect some sheep. Don't want to just throw all the flowers away. There were tons of sheep. Yeah, I can see them all out there. Come here, little sheeps. Four of you would be great to start with. Oh, that is as fast as we can go with a sheep in our arms. That is, oh, we can jump. We can do the cheesy Minecraft speedrunner jumpy thing. Oh. We could make leads, but we're just not quite there yet. We need to get a bladder for water in order to make leather. And in order to get the bladder, we need an ink sac and some brown dye. We can make it. We just need the brown dye. It isn't too hard to find. All of those little mushrooms that grow on the ground will get you brown dye. We can work on that momentarily here. We'll get 4 sheep as a starter kit. Magic. 'Tis nighttime. We didn't really get enough wood. Oh, I guess we probably did. If I turn all of this into planks, that probably will work. I can recover these as well. Did I get them all? Not very many of those trees grew. A little bit surprised by that. Well, we'll plant a bunch more saplings tomorrow and have much better results, I'm sure. We should plant these berries too. Let's put them in my inventory so I remember to do that. This is going to be great. I love this location. It's perfect. It's absolutely everything I wanted. More. Give me more. Magic. We need more stones. I need more cobblestone here pretty quick. That'll make us 2 more. Here goes this stack of planks. And we literally don't have enough wood. Because now we have to turn 4 of those into hoppers, which will take more wood than we have. Not by much, but by enough. We don't have any wood to harvest either. There's a tree on my house. Well, that's kind of cool. Maybe we'll leave that there. And when we turn the house into wood, we'll leave a tree on top of it. That'll be great. Here's our brown mushrooms. That's beautiful. I literally don't have even enough cobblestone to cook into stone. We need 6 stone. Oh, hey. Okay, if we cook 1 cobblestone, that can work. As long as we don't get creepered, we're good. Zombie or something wanders in here, we're all right. we can just whip up a quick recipe on. I don't know if that really matches the motif. It's like the gentle greens and pinks and whites and then this glaring red, but I'll leave it there for now. I'll take some time to really manicure this and make it look natural all at the same time. That's some rice we can harvest. I don't need to leave that there. That's super handy. That can be our first bread crop. In fact, if we have... There's nothing growing around here. I was going to say if we have some tilled soil, some fertile soil on the ground here, we could put the rice on it instead of like a carrot or a potato. It doesn't look like there's anything particularly close by. You know, it almost seems like I get less mobs when I'm just out here at night. They're definitely out there. Speaking of mobs, I have some sticks now. Ugh. We can do a little bit of lighting on the outside of the house now. What the heck? I didn't put a corner on there? Interesting. Definitely a choice. Make ourselves just a wee little bit safer. Not much, but a little bit. We could actually make more of those. It'd probably be worthwhile to do that here in the middle of the night. Actually, let's see, we have more of those, don't we? Yep, just enough, actually. Let's do like 20 of those. I think we have enough materials to do all of that, and it will make our lives much better. That is a broken stone. We get experience points for every craft. I guess that's the upside. Do we have more sticks than that? Yes, we do. Oh, I don't have to manually click. I can just hold right click. That's super cool. Did not even realize that was a thing. That's glorious. Oh. I think we can just light them on a torch. Yeah. Easy enough. This is like probably one of the most worthwhile things that we could be doing, just in terms of securing our run, because you know, a random creeper spawns in and that could be the end of you. The more we can just prevent mobs from spawning at all, the better off we're going to be overall. overall. It's daytime now, but this is still worth doing. No yellow X's hiding in the reeds. I like the idea of having these reeds just kind of out here. We can even harvest them from time to time. Oh yes, saplings. We should do that. We have enough now that I don't have to worry about spacing them out. Oh, speaking of, one just grew. Be great if that one was like a great big giant tree too. That'd be fun. Have to find a way to incorporate a build. Maybe I'll just keep putting one there until we get one. Now that I'm like saying it all out loud, it sounds too cool not to do it. No way around it. Not trying to be super stingy with the torches. Only a little bit. Only basic stingy. They still are a precious resource. I guess that works. It's not what I was aiming for, but okay. Five more? Perfect. Well, I mean, more would be better, but I feel like this covers a pretty wide area. It should keep everything but zombies away. The zombies will track us down from way farther away. Yeah, a little bit more would be better. I'd like to get back to the sheep pen, but we'll have to do that later. Hello, tree. This is the life. Just chopping wood. Now, our goal then right now is leather, which is super tedious, but it's what we're doing. So we need an ink sac. And I think, if I remember right, the thing is if you shift right click on this thing, you're going to pick it up. But if you stand far enough back, no, I'm not far enough back. I can shift right click one ink sac. It's a conflict with mods. It's a feature of this, but it's also interfering with the carry-on, or whatever it's called. Pick up and haul. Carry-on. I think it's called carry-on. And 3 of these guys, which we already have conveniently in our inventory. Cha-ching. Now we need... That's a lot. It's a lot of sheep pelts. 3 times 26. It's going to be over a stack. Somehow I have this flower in my inventory again. It must be telling me to move it out here. I think it would look great in the front. Oh yeah, that's a squid. Take some of what you drop. Not that we really need to anymore, because we're going to be getting them in here. Not with these but with the next ones that we make. Speaking of the next ones, oh, I should probably strip these first. We'll need a fair bit more of that bark. That'll get us 2 more strainer bases. think. I hope. I keep forgetting to plant those berries. String and sticks. Magic. Oh, we still need strainers though. We have what it takes. Just barely. Excuse me. Got to make a little inventory space for this one. These guys don't stack. It's the reason for that. Make sure there's no random creepers. Because I think the sun has only... Oh no, I guess it's late afternoon. Still, make sure there's no random creepers. Like, that's just always good advice. That'll get us ink sacs and sticks, and oh, I think those get sticks. Ink sacs and a whole bunch of other stuff. Shark's teeth. I think it's wood. Oops, sorry about that. I just thrashed my microphone. Getting wood is going to be continuous in these early days. All right, we were after leather though. Well, we still have to chop trees no matter what, so. What we need to get leather is salt. Which there was some, we uncovered some, the creeper did, and I didn't harvest it, I just covered it up, but it's over there. There should be some there. Is that, no, that's clay. Looks like there's some over there. We'll go have a look. There's probably some closer, but this is what I found. Shovel. Oh, I don't have any flint. More sheeps. Oh, we want to grab, well, not right now. Knowing where it is fine. Yeah, that's salt. We're going to want bees. They make your crops grow faster, but we can't really grow crops right now, so it's kind of pointless. We'll get as much as we'll ever need, basically, is my theory here. Guess a little bit more can't hurt. As much as we'll ever need, plus a little bit. That's modded Minecraft. We'll just take the whole deposit. That sounds lovely. Now we should skedaddle on back to base. Oh, that was salt too, and I walked right by it. Awesome. Good job, Stan. I'm a professional. good news is we can go and get darkland oak. Maybe we'll do that in the morning. And just, it's easy, all right? It doesn't have to be any kind of challenge. We'll just run over there, knock down a tree, get some saplings, and then run back home. And that's the whole reason. Because like right now we want Darklands oak, but we don't want to do a bunch of combat in there. So like if we were 1,000 blocks away, if we had stayed at the original spawn, we would have to make this trip at least twice. Once to come here to get wood and saplings, and then come back again to do combat and get the soul gems, the shadow gems. Like just super not good, right? Kind of terrible. Just a terrible idea. Okay, so we need these guys. Probably we'll just do the 14. That makes sense to me. That's probably enough to get us going. We need a place where water is infinite. We also probably shouldn't do this at night. And I don't know if this is an ocean biome or not. It doesn't have ocean biome-y things at the bottom of it. And I also don't know that it's a river biome. So we might not have infinite water, which sucks because then I'm going to have a bunch of flowing water on my coastline. Maybe we'll just go like, that's probably river out there. Okay, in the morning we'll go over that way and we'll go out into the middle of the river and we'll make leather. For now, in the relative safety of our base, we'll chop wood. Just a little bit. For old time's sake. People are like, what do you mean old time's sake? This is only episode 2. We didn't even barely chop any wood in episode 1. It was like 2 trees. Oh, and some olive trees, yeah. It was like 5 trees. I think we will not leave a sapling there. Hey, it grew. What happened to it? What? Did it catch on fire? It must have caught on fire from the kiln. Poor tree. I guess we're not growing a tree there. Lol. I can't get up there, guys. All right, it can stay. Oh, what do we need to make next? What is our next project? We really need leather. Curses. Curses. Let's look at our advancements. Yeah, Darklands. Oh, well, we need to fight people for that. I'm not quite ready. We need to get into Totemic before we start fighting people. I guess all we really need is the knife, now that I think about it. So we could go to the Darklands and do combat and actually move into this relatively early into the next age. That would probably be a pretty solid strat. We basically are done with this age until we get to this millstone thing, but that's beyond Totemic. Yeah, we're really stuck on leather right now. I think I'm just going to chop trees until the morning and maybe make some of these barrels. They catch rainwater and then we don't have to run to the river for water. They don't catch it very fast, but if I make a whole bunch of them, it could work. Anyway, I'll catch up with you guys in the morning. Well, I spent my night punching leaves again and getting 1,000 sticks so that I could make more torches, but I didn't even get to making the torches. I just punched leaves. It was very productive. There are many trees growing here. It makes getting up and down actually kind of easy. I just made stairs in the leaves. Okay, leather is what we're about this morning. What we're going to need are a bunch of drying racks, but we can craft that at night when it's dark. So we need salt, we need our raw hides. Maybe we do more than 14. I'll take them all just in case. Maybe we want to take our raft. That seems like a pretty solid idea. Hopefully a shark doesn't kill us. I think we're good. Okay, that does work. Unfortunately, it's going to drag us around. So if we do uses on the rawhide, it's ridiculous that it pulls us. Oh, oops, I didn't mean to shift click. Oh, what happened? I see what happened. I keep pushing the wrong button, that's what's happening. Anyway, if you just hit R on the pelt, it's the fastest way, I think, to craft these things. I'm not going to make you watch all of that. I'm going to finish as many of them as I can stand, and then I'll head back to base. Okay, now the really easy part. I mean, no, it's definitely not. It's not easy. Well, it's easy, but it's not easy. It's tedious. Every bit of it is tedious, and I'm here for it. It's the whole reason I like SevTech so much, actually, is that it's just like, in order to do any little thing, it's work. You want leather, you want just the ability to ride a horse. Oh yeah, we got all this going on, and we're not even doing it for the horse. Really? Oh, whoops, I forgot to put that in my offhand. That's the trick to making this easy. I think you can also put a hopper on these things, so that might also be an answer. Oh, I should have used magic to finish this faster. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just... Okay, well, anyway. We need all that. What the heck? We need all that so we can make... Maybe that's too many. No such thing. Right, I'm learning tricks. What are you making, Stan? Shh, it's top secret. One more stone. Gonna have to go mine some cobble. What are you making, Stan? Anybody who's even familiar with SevTech will know what I'm making. Actually, anybody who's familiar with modded Minecraft has probably figured it out by now. So I was able to make 30 of these, and then I decided I was done. Because I know I'm going to have to go and do all of that over again. That's the problem. This is only step one. Do the water thing and then dry it, and then we have to go do the water thing again with resin, which we will make now. We have 30 of these, so we need 15. done with the raw hides, we can put them away. Magic. Oh, just in time. Probably was about the right timing, actually. By the time all those got done, these were probably just finishing up. We just got to let that happen one more time. While we do that, while we wait for that, because it's night again, don't want to go sit in the river and do the second step of this at night. Let's grab our bones. We have a fair few of them. Make sure there's no random creepers. Some sugar canes. So much tree. Get some stone. Let's get this clay while we're here. I don't think I need it at the moment, but it looks yummy. It's so very attractive. Shears. Wander over here a little ways and just kind of take one random piece of grass. Us our fluty toot, and then we need bone and sugar cane. I'm gonna make 4 of these because the jingle dress takes 3 of them. I don't think we can use the jingle dress yet, but we're gonna be in age 2 or whatever, age 1 real soon. So we'll just go ahead and make them so I don't ever have to do it again. That's the general consensus as to how I want to play the game. Don't ever have to do the thing twice. I don't know if we can make the chime yet. Let's see, is that a thing that we know about? It is. Stick, string, flint, bone, sugar cane. We need a flint. Stick, string, bone, flint, sugar cane. That's all of it. We just need the drum, which we need leather to get. So, yeah. Then we can start doing rituals, and that's progress. Like, for real progress. 30 of those. We can put this salt away. Just inventory clutter at this point. Bone, sugar cane. String for now, although I'm sure we'll need it again soon. Speaking of, we need to shear our sheep. In the dark of night, why not? What could go wrong? What could go wrong? busy until morning. We can make a totem knife. I think it's just, oh, it's got to be flaked flint, I think. I have some of that still. Yeah, the totem whittling knife is good stuff. That unlocks, we don't have the book yet because we haven't made the drum, but if you know what the various things are, then you can make the totems without the book, right? Knowledge is power. So if we get ourselves some logs, a couple few of those guys, we can go over here to where our sheeps are. Make sure there are no random mobs creeping up on us. And we can say, like, right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you coming towards me, or are you just randomly moving around? We're gonna go pig. Pig, pig, pig. Ocelot. Hey. Jerk. Totem base. That will prevent creepers from blowing up here, and the pigs will give us luck. I thought it was luck 3. Did I not put enough on there? Apparently I needed to put one more. But luck 2 is pretty good. Fortune, basically, so we'll get more fleece off of these guys, and they'll be creeper proof. Probably need to put another one on the opposite corner here. Ocelot, we'll leave the other 2 blank for now. Maybe we want to put a spider climb on there so I can actually get to the top of that other one. I don't know. The totems are pretty overpowered. They're very good. Highly recommend making use of them in the early game. Well, actually all throughout the game. Just like general movement speed boosts, mining speed boosts, like when you're underground chopping out hundreds of cassiterite ore, like huge bonus. That's more rice. That's very good stuff. I'm loving our little rustic place. It's great. Eventually when we start branching out, we're going to start terraforming everything, you know, it's all going to be stone, but I want to leave this little portion of the island of the build just like it is throughout the entire playthrough. It's just going to be a little shack with like a fire pit and a kiln. All of the super basic technologies that we develop while we're living in this house will leave here in the house. Basically everything here, because next we're going to do horsepower. Oh, it's daytime. Hallelujah, brothers and sisters. I get to go do the most tedious thing ever. Make sure there's no sharks out there. They're easier to see in the water. There's a water breathing totem too. The squid totem gives you water breathing, so you can just like chill out in the river. Hello? What the heck was that about? Okay. I also figured out that if you look straight down with your bladder, it doesn't move you around. Now that we've centered up on the block, like we can just do. And one other trick that I discovered is that if you put this in your offhand, it's right where your cursor is, so you can just recipe over it was not it either. I'm not doing a very good job of demonstrating this, but yeah, there you go. If you can actually do that consistently and in without messing it up a lot, it's pretty fast. I'll be back when I have 30 of these things. Magic. Now we just have to let them dry, and we have leather, like actual real leather. You should see what we have to do next. No, that's the worst of it over with now. Next, we want to talk about our at horsepower machines. So we want to get the grindstone is going to take us 6 stone and a stick with 2 leads. Basically the same recipe, just add 2 leads. Flint and a log, sticks and easy easy. All basic stuff. The other thing we're going to need to go along with all of that is going to be tons of hoppers and chests. And for that, we're going to want to go to the Darklands. Do we have enough time? We can't ever tell what time it is. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. We just need to go and chop down a Darklands oak tree. Not even the whole thing, really, if we don't have the time. They're a little bit of a pain in the butt, but they don't take too long to chop down. If we've got a couple of minutes, we should be fine. Theoretically. Maybe I should pick up that beehive too. Now this is actually an instance where we could use our totem whittling knife, but I'm not going to. I've already started cutting the tree down. It would have worked had I not done that. Oh, it's a different biome. Like this tree is, dang it. This, oh, that hurt. The tree is straddling 2 biomes. Can I just go back up the way I came down? That was a lot of damage. Falling out of a tree is not good. Definitely not good. I might get stuck in this tree tonight. We might end up fighting shadow creatures. Hopefully not, but it could happen. Did we get any saplings off of this? A sapling. That's realistically all we need. I'm just gonna leave before it gets too dark. Maybe I'll clean this up later. Maybe I won't. Can't tell what time it is. Yeah, it looks like, well, I don't know what it looks like. I know that the horizon does get pink when the sun goes down, so we're not there yet, but I don't want to be in the Darklands when it happens, so we're just going to run. I definitely don't want to be crossing the ocean in the dark, assuming that's what this is and it's not a large lake. It could just be a lake. In the previous attempt in season 2, I settled on a body of water, and it was not river or ocean. There was no infinite water anywhere. So I'm thinking that this looks pretty similar. Like, this may not ever be infinite water. I never did make all those buckets, barrels, whatever. We'll get there. We're okay. We got everything we need to do with water done right now. Like, this is all the leather we're going to need for quite some time. That'll do that. So let's make a bunch of stuff out of leather. We'll start with a teepee. I can never remember how to make it. Yeah, just like that. An upside down hopper out of leather, and the rest with sticks. Makes total sense. These I don't ever plan to use. I don't always end up with one of these irises in my inventory. That's kind of weird. It's like, oh, is it the same one? No, it's not. Let's put you right next to it. Yeah. And I think you are a no. You don't fit the motif at all. We'll throw you over here somewhere out of the way for now. If nothing else, it might be a source of red dye later, so I don't want to just trash it. Next, we need 3 horsepower machines, and as you saw, they each took 2 leads. And then we need a lead to connect an animal to them, so that will make us 9 leads. We're going to need string for that. Oh, I went overboard, didn't I? Oh. Yeah, we're almost out of string. Again. Definitely dark. We're gonna have to go find horses. Hopefully we can find another wild dog while we're out there too. See, stone and sticks. And then oh, we need flint. There was a log and a flint and sticks and leaves. And then for the press we need a slab. I believe it was 5 of those. There's all of our horsepower machines taken care of. And then, perhaps more important than all of that, ceremonies. We can get our buffalo. Of course, we have to get cows in order to actually do any of that. And we can get the cedar tree, which we need because the red cedar wood is a crafting ingredient, like it's a gate item. I think I'm going to beat down the rest of this tree until morning. I'll be back. Oh, here we are again in the morning. We have stuff. You know what? We made a teepee. And I'm like, I'll be back in the morning. The teepee is for sleeping in. Got enough sticks now. I think this thing is like 3 by 3. Oh, I bet it's this. No? Where can I put you? Where can I put you? Is it grass? Maybe it just doesn't like the grass. Most things will place on grass. Must take up more room than it looks like. Visually, it looks like it's a 3 by 3. Maybe it's actually a 5 by 5. It's huge. There we go. Dang, man. Some dang old teepee. And now we can use this as our ritual spot because it has a totem base. If we go and get our instruments, in fact, if we, hang on, my inventory is destroyed. If we go over here, I'll sort this out in between episodes. We can just throw a bunch of stuff in here. Like these machines that we made but can't actually use because we have to go and find horses or cows or some other animal that can work at them. Get a drum and a flute and a rattle and a wind chime. One drum, and then if we grab real quick a leaf block, because the wind chime works better if it's attached to the bottom of a leaf block, because science. Then we can put down a couple of saplings. 8's probably good. I don't know why I separated them. Tweedoo. And then we can check our handy dandy Totempedia. Ceremonies, I think it's the rite of spring. No, it is not. Oh yes, red cedar saplings. So in order to activate that, we need the flute and the drum. That's the pertinent information. So if we shift and right click for the drum and then shift and left click for the, for the flute and then for the drum, yeah. It's pretty ergonomic once you learn how it all works. By the way, this is one of my favorite mods ever. Totemic, so good. Now we either need cows, which the cows can pull, well actually we need cows, period. Full stop, we need cows. We can't get around it. Tweedoo! No, not you. Not right now. We have 22 Darklands oak wood. So now we are on a quest. We need cow and or horse. Whichever we find first, I will take, but we need at least cow. I don't recall having seen any horses. That's a village, isn't it? No. I'm hallucinating. It is not a village. Cows anywhere. Cows anywhere. It'd be really great if we could find some. A horse or a cow can work the machine, so I'll take either one for the purposes of powering our equipment. But we need cows because cows make buffaloes, because science. So if we could find 3 cows, that would be amazing. I mean, even 2 would be fine, but we got 3 leads, so we might as well take 3 animals, right? Is my thinking. But I am not seeing any moo cows. Where are you at, moo cows? There's a village. Fantastic. We'll have to go there and get a map soon. Easy to find. It looks like we're on kind of an island. So we're surrounded by river anyway. Which is great news for us in terms of not getting lost. As long as we don't cross any rivers, we can always find our way home. It's terrible. Oh, I think I'm going to cut the episode here. There are no readily available cows or horses, so that's going to be a whole next episode quest. We'll go and we'll get a map, and we'll go find some livestock. Until then, you guys have a wonderful day, and make sure you drop me a like.